Hi, my name is Sheree. Um, I am posting this on YouTube for the first time ever. This will be the first time my image has ever been on the internet, period. So I'm freaking out a little, but at the same time, I felt like this was too important not to respond to. I've seen a lot of other responses from people who saw this video, and I was in agreements of some of them, and not in agreement. I didn't agree with some of them. I read a lot of posts. I really think that it's important to bring up the safety of women in this. I think that's the most important thing. I mean, there are a lot of extremist groups out there right here in the United States of America. I mean, there's all kinds of terrorism right here in the United States of America, and we have to deal with it every day, no matter your gender, your race, your sexual orientation, you know who you choose to be with, or whatever the case may be. Each and every one of us has dealt with racism on some level. It doesn't matter who you are. Even children, are being attacked. I'm going straight to the heart of the matter with women in general. Not just black women, just women in general, because I'm speaking about the video that the New York Israelites put out there, attacking African American women in the streets of New York, and nobody coming to their defense whatsoever. I'm just going to the safety of women, period, because whether they expressed it or not, there's a deep resentment and hatred for women in general. It doesn't matter what your color is. It's women in general. I feel like the only women that they will, and they won't love them, they will tolerate women that are subservient, and that's it. And that's basically what they're preaching. They're preaching, slavery. So I just want to do a little history lesson right quick. Jews, Africans, Indians, any other race of people out there, homosexuals that have been disenfranchised or have been attacked because of what they believe or how they live their lives, have suffered nothing compared to what women have suffered. Women have suffered since the Garden of Eden. So I express this to all women because we have been abused, we have been sexually assaulted, harassed, raped, and every woman, and I mean this, every woman in their lives will be witness to or will suffer some sort of sexual harassment through another person. And that's the truth. 100% of women in this world will suffer because they are women for some amount of time, for some reason. So all your unborn daughters will suffer because they are women. That's a fact. Just like it's a fact that every black man will suffer because they're black men in this world for some reason, just because of the way we're depicted across the world. Women began their lives in slavery to men. We were the first indentured slaves. You can call it being loyal to your man. You can call it holding your household down, or whatever it's called. It's called, you basically do what you're told. Shut up and do what you're told. Follow the man. That has been the complete mantra and ideology of this world since day one. So women have been suffering the most. We gave birth to this world, and our curse is to suffer for it. Women suffered endlessly when we wanted to be heard. We suffered endlessly when we wanted to explore our own sexuality and our own identity and not being identified through a man. Women will continue to suffer. We get paid less to do the same job, and we're more educated. It doesn't matter. We're women. We are ridiculed. We are verbally stoned by men and other women, all races, if we behave in any way like a man when it comes to our sexuality. You know, it's unacceptable. You're a slut, you're a bitch, you're a whore. It doesn't matter. Men have been doing this since the beginning of time, sleeping with their daughters, sleeping with their wives, sleeping with their cousins, sleeping with any woman they choose to sleep with, and it's fine. Sleeping with children, it's fine. You know, in this country, it's not tolerated on large levels for a man to take on to himself an underage wife. But in many countries around this world, it's tolerated and it's encouraged. So women don't get a say so. I've seen documentaries where women are fattened up in Africa and other countries because they're not going to get married unless that happens. They're fed to death. Women are, especially in the African culture, on the continent of Africa, when women are brutalized and raped and you know when their genitals have been cut and all this, you know, things, their husbands leave them or cast them out into the woods. If they get raped and get pregnant by their rapists, they're cast out. And I heard one story where a woman was left in the woods. Y'all might have heard this. Was left in the woods. I think it was on Oprah or something. But she was left in the woods because she was pregnant, and she had her baby out in the woods. Because not just the men, but the whole entire tribe, even the other wives were like, cast them out. So I don't care about these men saying that they hate women, that they hate black women, or spewing all this garbage about how black women behave, or how, you know, black women are the scum of the earth and all that. I don't, you know, they talked about Jesus Christ. You know, they talked about Jesus Christ. They spit on him, they cursed him, they stoned him after he was beaten near death and had to carry his own cross. They were still spitting on this man. There was no humanity. There are a few people that helped him, but generally there was no humanity for him whatsoever. So if a man could live through that and still die so that I may have salvation in this life, the least I can do is be tolerant. What my concern is that these men, as far as I'm concerned, United States terrorists against black women have expressed and confessed a desire to hurt women, to hurt black women, to kill women, to cut them up, to hang. This man said, "She ain't gonna be talking that stuff when she hanging from a tree or hanging